Hey, today I'm going to talk about dandelion. And this is often found either fresh, it could be outside in your lawn, along the pavement. You can find it dried, normally in a root, just the roots of the plant. And that would be made into a tea. You can get it in powder, in capsules. And yeah, it's also a good opportunity for me to remind you I'm not a medical practitioner. And if you're pregnant and or on certain medication, then you may wish to err on the side of caution and do your own research as to whether it's safe to introduce particular plants and herbs into your body. And yeah, so dandelion, as some of you are aware, many of you are probably going to be aware, it's considered a weed actually in some places across the world, and it'll often have a pretty little yellow flower at the top that blossoms and a nice sort of strong stem, and then the I guess you say the leaves normally sit sort of very much at the bottom right next to the soil, and it's sometimes called lion's mane. And I have my own little associations with the word dandelion. It was actually a nickname that I was given by someone many years ago. So yeah, I always think of it in a very sweet way. And it's often said to be native to Europe, Asia, and North Africa. And it actually contains a lot of nutrients and also many different uses that can help with the systems of the body. And it also has a rather rich folklore. Depending on where you are in the world, you may find that there's many stories and beliefs about this sweet little plant, dandelion. Now I don't have dandelion on its own. I must have used it up. But I do have some spiced dandelion chai in this jar, which is just ever so delightful. And I'm going to talk about some of the uses of the root. So the root can be quite good in detoxifying and preventing liver damage within the body. It also can aid in digestion. It treats inflammation. It's considered a diuretic, and it can also provide kidney support. However, if you have gallstones or issues with your gallbladder, then there is some recommendations to err on the side of caution when using this plant. It can help with breast milk production, and it can also assist in cardiovascular health. This is obviously not an exhaustive list. There are many other uses and benefits that dandelion can assist with, and if you want to work with a naturopath or a herbalist or someone that's very well researched with this plant, and I highly recommend you do so. They would probably be able to make recommendations in regards to dosage and how often would you do it? Would you do it through cycles, especially if you were working with a particular ailment in the body? It is sometimes used as a popular coffee substitute, and I am very blessed in that I've never got on the coffee train, so I don't have much of an issue with that. And I think dandelion's pretty delicious. I mean, especially in this spice chai. In regards to planting it and using it in the garden or just observing it in and around you, it's quite a good adapter and transformer in soil. If you want to know more about the growing and the planting of this kind of herb, flower, weed, whatever you want to call it, then I highly recommend you get in contact with local, it could be local mob, local people of the area that have lived there for a long time. They might have their own folklore history with it, and also people that are very much into permaculture and very into their gardening. They'll be able to probably advise you on how to take care of that plant, or whether it really shouldn't be in your garden. And in regards to the symbology of such a plant, it's often asking us to be aware of the conditions that we use our power. And often the color yellow, the flower of this plant being yellow, is associated, a lot with the solar plexus and our inner power. So that sort of symbology resonates to me when I put it in the context of color therapy and energy centers of the body. And in some philosophies and belief systems, they refer to it as quite a masculine plant, and they might associate it with the planets of Jupiter and the Sun. And in Ayurvedic medicine, they would often associate it with the planet of Saturn. And in some cultures, it's associated with the element of air. So if there's anything else that you would like to share with us about this plant, you're welcome to leave that in the comment section down below. If you've got any questions, you can also reach out to me. There will be various social media links in the description box below. And we'll see you again soon.